guy that's been trying to take me out finally picked a day. And so I was like, okay, well, what time and where? And he said, well, I don't know. Do you like coffee? Now, on a scale from 0 to 10, 10 being super bitch and 0 being no bitch at all, can I respond never on a first date?
This is the exact attitude that is honestly exhausting for men. My honest advice is to please show this attitude off as soon as possible to the men that you're speaking to, because at least then they will have an honest take of who you are as a person and how it would be to be in a relationship with you. And then at least that man will be free to either just focus on his own peace or find somebody else to focus on.
Women are confused why millions of men are decentering them in 2026 is the funniest headline of the year, because nothing about this should be confusing.
And I'm about to tell y'all plenty of examples why I'm done with women. And when I say I'm done with women, I mean I'm done putting out maximum effort too early. I ain't saying that y'all men could slide on me. That's not what I'm saying at all. I'm just done putting out too much effort and I ain't getting shit back. And it's like, they're not matching my energy. Like, bro, I done drove 8 hours to make sure somebody was straight, show up with flowers, and got nothing out of it. I done drove 8 hours to make sure somebody get back here safe and make sure they was taken care of financially. I done make sure they was straight in numerous different ways than just finances. Mentally, physically, spiritually, emotionally, and financially made sure they was straight. Got nothing out of it. I done fucking did a self-portrait overnight that will take people weeks to do and got a woman black roses with glitter on. You know, you can't, it's not even such thing as black roses. I asked her what's her favorite color. She said black. I found out how to get black roses. They may not last. They may have died overnight or 2-3 days, but I got black roses with glitter on it. Showed up to her job, surprised her with that. Nothing out of it. I done moved from Florida, my favorite place in the whole wide world, to Georgia. Cook, clean, show up for her daughter, take daughter to appointments, wash the car, cut the grass, don't even get a cup of lemonade while I'm out there for 2.5 hours doing the yard. Nothing out of it. I done fucking offered to drive a woman from New Jersey to Florida. So much in common, good conversation, fall asleep on the phone every night. Got nothing out of it. Like, it's just time and time again, I get nothing out of these situations where I put forth a lot of effort into getting to know someone and into showing people who I am as a person with a genuine heart posture. Like, it's like you get nothing from being a good person. So now, you're getting minimum effort. If you want to talk to me, I'm not doing the most. It's either you fucking with me for my vibe, my energy, my spirit, or not. And if you don't, I do not give a fuck. I'm working on me. Right, woman? You better come sweep me off my feet. Hello?
Men didn't wake up one morning and randomly decide to disappear. They listened. They adapted. And then they quietly opted out of a system where their effort was expected, their presence was optional, and their peace was negotiable.
All women are 304s. Nope. There is no such thing as traditional women anymore. Wrong. Women simply aren't worth it. What does that even mean? I am so tired of all of this negativity. Are you going to insist that masculinity is about growth, suffering, and overcoming difficult things, and then just not date because it's hard? Are some of you really so pessimistic and self-hating that you will just resign yourself to never feeling love and affection? Are you really going to sit here and insist that you have all of the answers to dating, and then just refuse to pass those answers on to a woman who is ready and willing to please you? Tell me, what battle are you even fighting? You insist there's a problem, but you aren't trying to actually solve it? What is the point of all of this other than to just kick and scream? There are a lot of great women out there looking for men with your values. Go meet them, be strong in your convictions, and enjoy the life that you can create with them, because the negativity has got to stop.
For years the message was loud and clear. Men aren't the priority, relationships aren't the goal, you're replaceable, do better or leave. So men did exactly that. They left the emotional center stage, stopped orbiting validation, and redirected their energy toward careers, fitness, money, hobbies, brotherhood, and, most dangerously, themselves. And now suddenly it's a crisis.
Men are a lot more passive, in my experience. They're a lot more passive. They're looking for why.
Yeah, why and how? Maybe
Oh,
better
how?
question.
How?
Jail.
Jail. One,
Word.
like I said, they don't take initiative. Like, gone are the days where a man would be like, "Hey, I think you're beautiful. I wanna get to know you.
Courting.
I'm planning." Yeah, courting. They don't court anymore, right? That's number one.
Because they don't want to go.
Yeah.
To court.
Number two, this is so goofy. What am I even trying to say, bro?
I'm just saying. It's like court. I don't like that word. I mean, keep it 100. Keep it 100. As you as an NFL guy, with all the professional athletes getting taken to the fucking bank by some of these women, scallywags, divorcing to get money, getting babies to get money, that leaves a big impression. Like, God, if I see a pretty girl, is she pretty and is she trying to take me, or does she have her own? Like, does she have her own? She isn't about that. It's like what we see on TV it leaves a stain in society. Like,
What you're seeing
I'm
on social
afraid of these women now.
Because I wonder how does that culture change?
Yeah.
Like, and do you feel like the culture has changed so much, like the pendulum has swung so far to one side that it's produced a lot of the passive men? Because I think a lot of men, like, if you come on strong and be like, oh man, he was aggressive, or he's toxic, or he's like, so there's this like, where's the give?
No, it's not black and white. It's not like either you come off strong, you're a man, or you're toxic. Like, there's gray areas in all of this, right? There's a right way and a wrong way to do some things. Like, you can still come off like, I don't want to say strong. Yeah, you can still come off strong in a way that's not gonna scare off the woman. Like, for example, that first dude who was in my DMs, some can consider that coming off strong, but to me, at least, it wasn't scary. It was like, all right, he gave me an option. Like, do I want to go on a date with him on this day at this place? You know what? I don't got nothing to do
some women would be like, can you believe he asked me?
But that's everybody is different.
That's
so
what I'm saying.
You
So it's
have to
tough.
figure out who you're talking to, what language she understands, and how to speak her language in order to communicate with her. Like, that's part of, honestly, not even just man to woman. That's part of just being a human. Like, there's different ways to communicate with someone. So like I could tell that you're a direct, straightforward person. I could go to you and be like, Godfrey, honestly, this haircut is not for you. Try something else. Try something new. And I feel like you wouldn't take that as offense. You'd be like, what you mean? Oh, you know what? I could try a different haircut. And then you try a different haircut. Where I can come to you and maybe you're not as like I don't care. I just want it directly. Let's say you're a little softer. You're like, I'm not liking the bald. And then you could take it as like, oh my gosh, she thinks I'm a bald-headed demon. Like, you could take it some other kind of way. It just, if I know you and I've rapport with you, I understand, like, okay, this is how Godfrey communicates. This is how you communicate. And if I know how you communicate, then I know how I'm able to effectively speak your language. Because at the end of the day, a message is only as good as the recipient is able to understand it.
The confusion comes from one simple mistake: assuming attention was permanent. Men were supposed to chase, initiate, tolerate, and finance the experience indefinitely, even while being told they were the problem. But once men realized they could build fulfilling lives without constant romantic approval, the entire dynamic shifted. Decentering women wasn't revenge, it was self-preservation.
Men and women operate on two completely different biological clocks. Men are ruled by the sun, a 24-hour cycle. Women are run by the moon, a 28 to 32-day cycle. What does this mean? For men, testosterone rises every morning, peaks midday, and drops by night. He resets daily. His energy, his focus, his drive, they renew with the sunrise. That's why he can feel off one day and back to himself the next. That is how men are wired. Women, though, we are complex. We have a totally different rhythm. And every week, our hormones shift dramatically. We don't reset every morning. We evolve through 4 different phases. The first one is the follicular phase. This is our fresh start. Estrogen rises, energy climbs, we're creative, we feel more motivated, social, optimistic. This is the time to start new projects, set goals, and dream big. Phase 2 is ovulation. We become magnetic. Our confidence speaks. Our libido skyrockets and we radiate sensuality. It is when we naturally feel the most beautiful, the most sociable, the most desirable, because biologically we are. Then comes my least favorite, and many women can relate, the luteal phase. This one hits the hardest. Your progesterone rises and energy starts to dip. We feel anxious, irritable, emotional, ugly, uncomfortable, anything negative, we're feeling it. It's like we're crawling out of our own skin or want to crawl out of our own skin. We overthink, we crave comfort. The small things feel bigger than what they really are. We explode, we are irrational, everything, you name it. This is when we need space, gentleness, and grounding routines, not more pressure or more stimulation. And the last phase, the menstrual phase. This is when we're bleeding. Everything slows down. We feel drained, reactive, sensitive, emotional, you name it. Our body is releasing. Our intuition is at its strongest, but tolerance is at its lowest. This is the time for rest, warmth, quiet, and some chocolate. So while a man's energy is consistent like the sun, a woman's energy flows like the moon, consistently changing, deeply intuitive, and powerful when it's honored. The secret to harmony is understanding these rhythms. Men, stop taking her shifts personally. They're not. It's doesn't excuse some of the behavior, sure, but it helps you understand her as a woman. Learn her phases. Support her where she's at. Women, stop fighting your cycle. Work with it and talk to your partner. Communicate. Here's some tips that can help you. Women, track your cycle, but men, learn to track your woman's cycle and communicate where you are. Plan big decisions or social events around your follicular or ovulation phases. Use your luteal and menstrual phase for reflecting, journaling, and resting. For men, optimize your mornings. Train hard early in the morning and lead with structure and steadiness always. When both partners understand each other's cycles, you stop colliding and you start coexisting and understanding each other. You move from resistance to rhythm, and that's where the true polarity lives.
And let's be clear, decentering doesn't mean hatred. It means men stopped making dating the emotional core of their existence. They stopped over-investing in people who under-invested in them. They stopped treating relationships like proof of worth. And the moment men stopped centering women, the noise got louder than ever.
So I always tell men, your competition is never other men. It's always a woman's childhood. And what I mean by that is you might be the richest, nicest, kindest man she's ever met. But if she's used to abandonment, she's used to addictions from her family, or she's used to somebody being abusive, what will happen is she'll replace you with somebody who feels totally familiar to her rather than the person who's actually good for her if she hasn't done the inner work. And even when they've done the inner work, it can still niggle at them. Sometimes the smoothness of a good, healthy man can feel so unfamiliar that they need the sabotaging moments in order to feel alive. When it's too smooth and it's too calm, she can almost feel bored. She can almost feel like there's no emotional reaction. So am I actually in love? My last guy used to scratch his car when things would go wrong. I would want to slash his tires. This guy, I don't feel any of those. Do I even love him? So it's not so much that they fall in love with people who hurt them. They only fall in with people who remind them of what love looked like as a child. And if you match that with the same level of hurt that they experienced as a child, they will attach to you.
Now the internet is full of think pieces asking, why don't men care anymore? As if years of mockery, unrealistic expectations, and conditional respect just evaporate with a hashtag. The same behaviors that were once celebrated as empowerment are now being blamed for disconnection, loneliness, and burnout, because decentering only feels offensive when you were benefiting from being centered.
Hi, hello. This is No Longer Do Men Do It For Me. I used to think I wanted a male counterpart that understood me completely, or at least tried, but loved me unconditionally. Now, I'm starting to find that I no longer want that, but actually, I have that already, within myself and my female relationships. And even with my clear intentions and communication, no man may ever have the capacity for understanding and loving such a deep and loving soul like mine. And each day, I'm getting more and more content with that fact, because I value my peace and stability over someone's choice to misunderstand or mistreat me. Sorry.
I actually think if we look at just war as it relates to comparisons between male grievance and female grievance, male suffering is orders of magnitude greater than women's collective suffering.
We're going to compare that to a lot of women who also deal with issues like domestic violence. sexual harassment at higher rates, childbearing, and giving birth. There is a lot of violence that's inflicted on women that has been inflicted throughout all of history. Whereas if we're talking specifically about the draft, that was certain periods of time.
By the way, World War I, completely new style of warfare. There was chemical weapons. There's chemical weapons being used. Trench foot. Do you know what trench foot is? So basically, these men were in trenches, and there was a lot of rain, right? So it was completely wet and cold, and they were in these wet boots that they never changed. They never changed their socks. They were in these wet environments for like days, weeks, months on end. Basically, their entire foot would end up basically rotting, right? I don't think women have like a full understanding of the suffering experienced by men.
Okay, but I don't think men have a full understanding of the suffering that's been experienced by women.
Men aren't done because they hate relationships. They're done chasing validation in systems that don't reward commitment. They're done explaining boundaries. They're done auditioning for peace they already built on their own.
I'm gonna say something controversial. Men need to stop taking women on dates.
I'm so done with this fraud. Get your best friend and take her out of here.
You need to stop going on date. I'm gonna say why. You should never take a woman out on a date that you don't have vested interest in and that you're not sure she has a vested interest in you. Stop trying to disillusion her with your money, your resources, your ability to buy her roses and all that dumb stuff.
That's not dumb. Disillusion me, baby, all day.
What has that gotten you? Where are they? Exactly. So stop doing it. You're wasting your money. You're wasting your time. If you want to know if a woman is interested in you for real and wants to not just use you as a meal plan, because let me tell you, a lot of my homegirls are going out with you because they are bored. They don't have nothing to do. They're not over the other dude. Somebody else in Vegas or New York hasn't hit her back yet, so she's going out with your stupid.
Jenny better eat the up.
She kind of got her. I've been there, so stop taking her out on dates.
And what do you do to get to know them?
Don't buy her anything. Don't spend a dime. Don't spend a nickel. Don't spend a penny. Go somewhere that is free. And if she is unwilling to go there with you, don't go out with her. It should be free.
Pick me
I don't care. FaceTime. Talk to her on FaceTime. Talk to her on the phone. If she wants something from you without knowing you, she's playing you.
Shout out to that sister there. I forgot the name of that show, guys. I know I've covered one of their videos in the past, but she's absolutely right, and I appreciate her saying that. And you seen the other chick was trying to not so much shut her up, but it's like, yo, why are you saying that or whatever? They're gonna call you a pick-me. She's right. She's absolutely right. And a lot of us, I think, we like to see the best in women a lot of times and say, well, she's different. I'm gonna show her a good time, take her out on a date. And really, a lot of times a woman is just, and I think we know this by now, guys. Women are just doing this because they're bored. Like I say all the time, they're bored. They just want to pass the time. They like to get cute, get dolled, get dressed up, have no even remote interest in you, because she's not doing anything in terms of showing you everything you're reaching out. Because I know I've been there. You're the one that's reaching out to her. She's never reaching out to you. She's just basic. And that tells you something right there. And you can say, well, JR, how do you know such and such? Well, you can get the feeling if you're the only person that's reached. This woman is not a celebrity, right? And a lot of guys are waking up and realizing this, and they're not taking women out on dates. And women are, you calling it sassy now, of course. Even though there's always going to be men who are taking women out on dates and showing them a good time, or just right off the bat. And she did say, hey, let's FaceTime. Hey, let's go to this place. It doesn't have to be, it could be something simple. And a lot of women are saying this in videos, but turning around and doing the opposite. But really, like she said, a woman has a dude that she's waiting to hear from, whether it be an ex, whether it be somebody's husband, whether it be somebody somewhere else, where she's just waiting that she'll drop for anything. That's why women cancel on you. Almost always is why a woman cancels on you at the last minute, because a guy shows up that she really wants to go and hang out with.
So yes, millions of men are decentering women in 2026. Not out of anger, not out of bitterness, but because once a man learns his life works better without constant emotional taxes, he doesn't go back. And that's the part nobody was prepared for.
Men stopped playing by the rules, and now everyone's freaking out. Let's break down why silence has become the loudest move.